For 3 years, Maya and I were the couple everyone wanted to be. We were the power couple. I'm an architect. She's in high-stakes corporate finance. We looked good on paper, and honestly, for a long time, we felt good in real life. Our calendars were a synchronized mesh of client dinners, project deadlines, and weekend gallery openings. 6 months ago, I proposed on a rooftop bar in downtown Chicago, and she said yes. Life felt structured. It felt correct. But underneath that perfect structure, there was always a hum of anxiety, and it was almost always coming from her side. Maya loved me, but she also loved the idea of us. She was competitive, not just in her job, but with everything, with our relationship. She needed to know it was the strongest, the most enviable. About 2 months ago, she was shortlisted for a huge promotion, a vice president position. This was her Super Bowl. She became distant, her eyes constantly glued to her phone, her replies to me becoming single words. I tried to be supportive. I made dinners she didn't come home for. I booked a weekend getaway she canceled at the last minute. Finally, one Tuesday night, she sat me down on her gray minimalist sofa. Her face was pale, and she wouldn't meet my eyes. "Liam," she started, and I braced myself. "This promotion, it's everything. I'm competing against Gregson, and you know he's a shark. I need to be completely laser-focused, no distractions at all." "Okay," I said slowly. "I get it. I can take a step back. I'll handle the apartment, the planning, whatever you need." She shook her head, finally looking at me. Her eyes were intense. "No, you don't understand. I need total focus. I've been thinking about this. About us. We're strong, right? We're engaged. Right. So, we should be able to handle a test. A real test of our foundation. I need space. Complete space. For 1 month. Until the final review on the 30th. I just stared at her. Space? Like I sleep in the guest room? No, Liam. I mean, no contact at all. No texts, no calls. No, just checking in emails, nothing. I need to know that my focus is 100% on this. And I need to know you trust me enough to give me that. Think of it as a professional sabbatical from each other. If we can get through this, we can get through anything. It proves we're solid. Then, on the 30th, it's done, I get the job, and we celebrate. Big. I felt the air leave my lungs. A 1-month no-contact rule with my own fiancée. Maya, that's insane. We live together. I'll stay at my corporate apartment downtown, she said, already having the answer. It's closer to the office anyway. It's just 1 month, Liam. 30 days. For our future. If you can't handle this, how are we going to handle a mortgage? Or kids? Or a real crisis? She had framed it perfectly. If I argued I was weak, I was unsupportive. I was the one who didn't trust us. I felt a cold knot tighten in my stomach. This wasn't a request. It was a threat, wrapped in corporate buzzwords. "Okay," I said, my voice hollow. 30 days. Your terms, no contact." She smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. It was a smile of victory. "Thank you. You won't regret this. It's for us." She was packed and gone within an hour. The silence in our apartment was deafening. The first week was pure hell. I was a ghost in my own home. I picked up my phone 100 times a day, my thumb hovering over her name. I typed out, "How's it going?" and "This is stupid, I miss you," only to delete them, honoring the rule. I was hurt, confused, and deeply, profoundly lonely. I felt like I had been put in a box and told to wait. I called my best friend Ben on day 8. I told him the whole story. He was silent for a long moment. "Dude," he said finally, "that's not a test. That's a breakup with a potential callback date. She put you on pause, man. That is the reddest flag I have ever seen. It's so red, it's on fire. She's just stressed, Ben. This job is her life. And what are you? A part-time accessory? Liam, what are you doing? You're just sitting there?" His words stung because they were true. I was just waiting for permission to be in my own relationship. That night, I looked at the calendar. 22 days left. A switch flipped. She wanted me to prove I could handle it. Fine, I would. I stopped moping. I took all the nervous energy, all the hurt, and I poured it into my life. I had a major design competition I'd been putting on the back burner. I dove into it. I worked 16-hour days, not out of sadness, but out of sudden, white-hot focus. I went to the gym. I met Ben and our other friends for drinks. Friends I hadn't seen in months, because Maya found them a little unmotivated. I started cooking complex meals for myself, just because I could. I reclaimed the apartment. I put my books back on the coffee table. I played my music, the loud, messy rock she hated, while I worked. By day 15, something strange had happened. I wasn't anxious anymore. I wasn't checking my phone. The apartment didn't feel empty. It felt mine. I was sleeping better than I had in years. I realized, with a chilling jolt, that the constant, low-level hum of anxiety I'd been living with for 3 years, it hadn't been my anxiety. It had been hers. I had just been holding it for her. Then, on day 20, my phone buzzed. A text from Maya. "Just thinking of you. Hope the project is going well." My heart hammered. She broke the rule. She was testing me again, seeing if I'd come running. I looked at the message. I thought about the competition I was now on track to win. I thought about the peace I felt. I put the phone down and didn't reply. I was following the rules. Her rules. 2 days later, another text. "Liam, getting a little worried. Just let me know you're okay." I ignored it. Day 25, a series of missed calls, a frantic voicemail. "Liam, this isn't funny. Why are you ignoring me? I said I needed space, not for you to disappear. Are you punishing me? This is so immature. Call me. Now." The sheer blinding hypocrisy of it almost made me laugh. I, who had been commanded into silence, was now being called immature for being silent. The manipulator was panicking because the strings she was pulling were no longer attached to anything. I continued to work. I continued to live my life. I felt free. Day 30, the 30th of the month, the final day. My phone rang at 9 a.m. Maya. I let it go to voicemail. "Liam, I got it." Her voice was bright, giddy. "I got the promotion. I'm a VP. I knew we could do this. I'm at the office, but I booked a table at the Ember Room for 8 tonight. Our spot. We're celebrating. Our test is over. We did it. Wear your blue suit. I can't wait to see you." I listened to the message and I felt nothing. No joy, no relief. Just a profound, quiet clarity. The test was over, and she hadn't even asked me how my month was. She hadn't apologized. She had just given me my new set of instructions. "Wear your blue suit." For the rest of the day I was calm. I submitted my design for the competition. I went to the gym. I took a long shower. And then I put on my blue suit. I also took the velvet ring box from my desk drawer and put it in my pocket. I walked into the Ember Room at 8 o'clock. It was packed. I saw her at our usual booth in the corner. She was wearing a stunning red dress, a glass of champagne already in her hand. She looked radiant, triumphant. She was the woman who had everything. She saw me, and her face lit up in a genuine, beautiful smile. The smile I fell in love with. "Liam!" "You're here," she said, standing up to kiss me. I didn't move toward her. I just stood by the table. "You look amazing, Maya. Congratulations on the promotion. I mean that. You earned it." She paused, her smile faltering, sensing the new distance in my voice. "Thank you. Sit, let's order. I'm starving." I shook my head. "I'm not staying." Her face went blank. What do you mean?" "It's our celebration. The test is over, baby. We passed." "You passed, Maya," I said, my voice quiet but clear. "You proved you could get exactly what you want by cutting out all distractions." "You're right. It was a good test." I reached into my pocket and took out the ring box. I didn't open it. I just placed it gently on the table next to her champagne flute. Her eyes darted from my face to the box, and the color drained from her face. "Liam, what is this? Don't be dramatic. The month is over. I'm here. I'm back." "So am I," I said. "And in the last 30 days I learned something too. You see, I passed my test as well. You wanted to know if we were strong enough to survive a month apart. And I found out that I am. I'm not just surviving, Maya. I'm better. I'm happier. The anxiety I felt for 3 years, it was gone in 2 weeks. Gone. The only thing I was distracted from, it turns out, was myself." "That's not true," she whispered, her eyes flashing with panic as she looked around the restaurant. People were starting to notice. "I love you." That was it was a stupid idea. I was stressed. "It was a stupid idea," I agreed. "But you were right about one thing. It proved what our foundation is. It's built on your terms, your needs, your tests. And I'm just done auditioning. I'm done being put on pause. You needed to be 100% focused on your career. I support that. So go, be focused. You don't need any distractions." "Liam, don't do this," she said, her voice breaking. "Don't do this to me. To us. There is no us anymore, Maya. You dissolved it 30 days ago. You just forgot to tell me. I'm not a partner to you. I'm a variable you need to control. And I'm not controllable. Not anymore." I looked at her one last time. The powerful, triumphant VP. She had never looked smaller. "Enjoy your celebration," I said. And then I turned and I walked out of the restaurant. I didn't look back. My phone started exploding with texts and calls before I even reached the street. I didn't check them. I just put it on silent, slipped it into my pocket, and for the first time in 3 years, I just walked. With no destination and no rules but my own.